Welcome. In this video, I'm going to explain Unit 2, the Universe, Lesson 1, Stars and Planets. Imagine that you are in a spaceship and going on a trip to the space. What are you going to see? We will find out and learn about what we can see if we went on a space trip. First thing, you're going to see the Earth with other planets are floating in an immense or wide space. What is Earth? Earth is the world that we live in. It's represented by a big sphere and we call it Earth. It looks like what you can see in this picture. Not only you can see the Earth with other planets, you can also see shiny objects or shiny bodies floating in space. We call these shiny bodies stars. Now, stars, they are glowing bodies with different sizes that lie in space, as you can see in the picture. But they look very small in the picture because they are very far from us. They are very far, so we can see them very tiny. So, stars have characteristics. We have to know what makes them special than other objects in the space. First, they are bright, shiny or shining celestial bodies. Celestial bodies is a word that we can say on any body exist in space. So, they are bright and shining celestial bodies that rotate in the space. They have different sizes. There is big star, medium star, and small star. They emit or radiate heat and light, which means they give us heat and light. So these are the characteristics of the stars. Stars and Earth and the planets is what we're going to discuss in this video and in this lesson. So please pay attention. We have the solar system. First thing we're going to discuss in space is the solar system. The solar system, as you can see in the picture, consists of several things. First, we have the sun. And you all know the sun. You can see it shining in the morning. It consists of the 8 planets. These spheres that you can see in the video, they are called planets. And they are 8 planets in the solar system. Also, we have the moon. The moon that is rotating around our Earth. The moon is a part of the solar system. So there are also other celestial bodies, such as comets, asteroids, meteoroids, and meteors. They exist in the solar system in the outer space. So let's learn about each one of these things that exist in the solar system. First, we have the sun. The sun, it is a star, self-shining body. It shines from itself because it radiates or emits heat and light. So it is a star. It lies in the center of the solar system. Its location is in the center of the solar system. It is the biggest body in the solar system. It's the biggest celestial body in the solar system. It is a medium-sized star. So it is the biggest body in the solar system, but among the stars, it's a medium-sized star. But it looks the biggest to us because it is the nearest star to us. So when you look in the sky at night, you can find small dots, small shiny dots. And these small shiny dots are the stars. But the biggest star we see in the sky at morning is the sun. It's the nearest star to us. Okay, now I understand what is the sun. Now, let's move on to the 8 planets. They are dark bodies that revolve around the sun in fixed orbit. Each planet revolves around the sun in a fixed orbit. Okay. How are they arranged? There are 2 arrangements to the planets. The first one is according to their distances from the sun. Who is the nearest, who is the farthest, beginning from the nearest and ending with the farthest. So let's see the positions. First we have Mercury. Please repeat after me because these words are difficult at the beginning. The first planet we have is Mercury. The second planet that we have is Venus. Venus. The third planet is Earth. Earth. The fourth planet is Mars. Mars. The fifth planet is Jupiter. Jupiter. The sixth one is Saturn. Saturn. The seventh one is Uranus. Uranus. And the last one and the eighth one is Neptune. Neptune. Okay, so this arrangement is according to their distances from the sun. The other arrangement is according to their sizes. Who's the biggest, who's the smallest, who's medium. So in this arrangement, we begin with the biggest one to the smallest one. The biggest planet in the solar system is Jupiter, then Saturn, then Uranus, then Neptune, then Earth, then Venus, then Mars, and last is Mercury. So Mercury is the smallest planet, but it's the nearest planet to the sun. Jupiter is the biggest planet, but it's the fifth planet away from the sun. Neptune is the farthest planet from the Sun, and it's the fourth planet according to the sizes of the planets. Okay, so now we get how they are arranged. Now let's see the characteristics of each planet and what makes each planet special from the other. Let's begin with Mercury. Mercury is the nearest planet to the Sun, and this picture shows the actual shape of Mercury, as you can see. Next we have Venus. Venus is known to be the most beautiful planet. It's the most beautiful planet in our solar system, and you can obviously see in the picture why. It's all golden. Next we have our planet Earth, the planet where we live, and it's known as a watery planet because most of it is water, so it's a watery planet. Next we have Mars. It's called the red planet. Why? Because its rocks contains iron metal. It contains iron metal, this is why it's called the red planet. Next we have Jupiter. It's the biggest planet and we call it the giant planet. So Jupiter is the giant planet. Next we have Saturn. Saturn is the planet which have colored rings around it. It has rings that it's colored around it. Next we have Uranus, and it's known to be the cold planet. Why it's the cold planet? Because it's very far from the Sun and heat doesn't come to it as it comes to us. Last is Neptune. It's called the blue planet. As you can see in the picture, there is Pluto, but Pluto is not considered to be in the solar system because it's very small. Now, is that all? No. At the end, we have to consider the small body that we have in our solar system, which is the Moon. The Moon is a dark object, revolves around the Earth, and it reflects the sunlight falling on it, so you can see it shiny at night. When you see the moon shiny, that doesn't mean the moon have its own light. It's not a star. It's a dark body. It takes the sunlight and reflects it to us, so we see it shiny. The moon is known as the follower of some planets, and they revolve around them. If you want to know a new information, that Jupiter have 22 moons. So moons are not just for our Earth, moons can revolve around planets. The moon revolves around the Earth and it's the nearest neighbor to us in space. The nearest celestial body in space to us is the moon. So, this is the lesson. Thank you for watching, and I hope you study it well.